Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, or good night, depending on wherever in the world you're in. You're here with me, Sade. And if you don't know me, that's short for my full name, Fola Sade, which is a Yoruba name, which originates in Nigeria. It's Nigerian name. It means crowned with honor or crowned with wealth, but I prefer honor. So, what's it called? I'm here to give you the weekly Soul Love Connections reading. I already have this spread out, so I'm pretty much just going to get right into it. Oh, I do want to add that if I say he, she, when, or she, whenever I'm talking about the divine masculine or divine feminine in a situation, we all have both energies. So whether you like it or not, you have both energies. So gender really doesn't matter when it comes to energy, because it's energetic. But yeah, anywho, so just in general, it looks like this week, the current energy within, like where the connection is along the journey of this connection is finding comfort and acceptance in the current position that the connection is in. And right now, many of us do not have full clarity on the connection or what's going on with the other person. Some of us seem to be unsure on where this path is taking us, choosing to stay on this path with this person, even though they may not be in communication with you. Like you're wondering, okay, is it going anywhere? Am I on the right path? I have no clue where it's taking me, pretty much. Like you're just in the moon's energy. I say that because the first line that we have, I'm just going to show you the first line right now. And I'm going to show you as I go along. But the first card I got was the moon. Got the Three of Wands next. Got the Temperance card, which is about balance. And those are the three cards that flew out first, like one after the other. Got the Chariot, and then I got Justice. And that the first three, the moon, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Temperance card, those three coming out the way they did is what indicated for me that is what gave me the message that right now we don't know where the path we have chosen is taking us, but we are choosing to continue to move forward, which is this. But this also indicates that this is confirmation that the situation is moving forward, even though we don't know what's going on right now. So the Chariot has like two messages in one. And eventually, as we go along this journey with this other person, we are going to gain this necessary clarity. And right now, we're going through a balancing. We're learning so many lessons. I feel like a lot of us are in separation when it comes to this connection. Let me just say that when it comes to a deep soul connection with another person, and it has been challenging. I'm speaking to those who are experiencing a challenging connection. You don't have to be in physical separation, but I really think that a lot of us are. But so right now, those of you who are going through this challenging connection with another person, and you may not have spoken to them in a while, you may have recently spoken to them, but all of a sudden they ghosted. Right now, we're experiencing a lot of lessons, and that's what this separation is for. It's for that person to go through whatever they need to go through, whatever they have to experience, in order to learn what they need to learn, to better prepare them for not only their own destiny individually, their own success, their own life, but also for this connection if they do decide to come forward. I never personally, I'm just going to add this as a, little side note. Although I do believe anything is possible, absolutely anything, I don't like to promise union because no one can really promise that for you. I do believe that a lot of people that are watching this video will experience a union after being in separation for however long. But to promise union to everyone that is watching this, I cannot, because I don't know. I don't know the lessons you're learning. I can get a little bit of insight, but like I said, I'm tuning into like certain parts of the collective, so I just wanted to add that, so, and don't let that scare you. That doesn't mean only some of you are going to go through union. Honestly, all of you could go through, experience a union. That's what I meant by I believe anything is possible. Literally everyone watching this video has the chance to experience a union with this person who they may have been in doubt. You may have been in doubt, like, oh man, I don't know, this connection is so different and it was so challenging. I don't think that, you could experience this union, especially if you've been receiving signs, your own signs, etc. But like I said, I don't want to promise it myself because I am only getting so much insight. I'm only getting certain messages. No one can tell you everything. No reader can give you the full picture of your situation. So I just wanted to add that. Oh my gosh, my nose is just so bad. I'm sorry, guys. Trying really hard not to scratch it from the inside. Anyway, but yeah, so right now you're not really going back and forth with yourself. It's a bit calmer now, but you're just hoping. It's kind of like a hope, like I really have no clue where this path is taking me, or how it's going to end up. But I do believe that as I learn the lessons that that I know I'm meant to learn, as I succeed through this cycle, because I see succession through this cycle. And I'm emphasizing this cycle because I believe that we all go through cycles, right? That has to do with the lessons that we're meant to learn in order to prepare us. Not only that person, I forgot to add that, prepare us, all of us, for what is meant for us. This has to do with your goals, your passions, the things that you were born instilled within you. Excuse me. Meeting this person that you felt this strong, unexplainable soul connection with. I'm not even talking romantically. I mean, literally, you met this person, and I'm not talking on site, like, oh my God, like literally, like, and it could have been on site, but, you met this person, and as you soaked within their energy and had this first interaction with them or whatever, it could have been first, second, third, whatever, but, it was so significant that, or not the interaction was so significant, but like the energy between you guys, the way you guys met was so significant or strange to you. It's inexplicable, and you felt something. It may not even have been love necessarily, but you felt something. That something to me is confirmation that you're meant to meet this person. This person is gonna have great significance in your life. You just don't know how yet. That doesn't mean this person is gonna marry you or anything like that. It's like this person is just in your life for a great reason, and that fact is so strong that you feel it. That's your intuition telling you. That's the truth. So, to get back into this, even though you don't know where this path is taking you, the fact that you have finally sat down and agreed to finally learn these lessons that you have been meant to learn, and you are learning these lessons, you're experiencing a balancing. And I get that with these two cards because there's scales here, and justice part of justice is about balancing the scales, and then temperance. You know, you see she's going back and forth with the cups, like, you know, literally imagine someone pouring water back and forth in cups. So balancing. The temperance is also about that water in the cups is my throat is so dry. Oh my gosh, I don't even have water near me. But that's a balancing of the energies. And when I saw that card, I got balancing with masculine and feminine energies, not only within the connection, but within yourself. And I always say this, everything starts with you. So when your masculine and feminine energies are balanced, when you do the grounding work, when you sit down and listen to the messages that you're receiving within yourself, the guidance that you're receiving to sit down and just listen or just be, just accept, you know, when you do these things, your masculine and feminine energies do balance out. And, that also helps the situation to move forward, learning and being receptive to these lessons, receiving them, The next row, I got the Master, the Four of Wands. Oh, sorry, I don't want to mess this up. The Ace of Swords in reverse, the Death in reverse, which is transformation. Oh my god, okay, and the Three of Wands in reverse. And if you haven't noticed, we've gotten the Three of Wands in reverse twice. So that to me, again, was confirmation that you just don't know where this path is taking you. And that might make you uneasy. In a couple of my past readings, there has been fear, and this is from feminines. Feminines have had, tried to have control on the situation, and even some masculines, but in the readings that I've gotten, it's mostly been feminines trying to force clarity. You know, you may have been reaching out when you haven't been led to reach out to the masculine, and trying to say, okay, what's going on? Tell me what's going on, what's happening, etc., etc. You're trying to force clarity, but you're not meant to know what you're asking for right now. You're going to gain that necessary clarity, but you're going to get it at the right time, when you're better prepared, you know, not when you might be in a stage where you will react in a way that does not benefit not only the situation, but it doesn't benefit you either. You know, so you're allowing now, you're allowing a balancing to happen. And basically for the truth to come out, and for things to just be set straight with this clarity. And so with the second row, the Master, we got balance again with the Four of Wands. This is balance, and you see it says participation here. So like I said, you're allowing the divine to work in your life. You're allowing the divine to guide you. You're listening to this guidance. You're working, you're co-creating with your guides. And we got the Master first because the main thing in this connection, and just your own individual lesson in general, and your own individual lessons in general, is the fact that you are the focus. Okay, you are meant to be your focus, no matter if another person is involved, if, you know, other people are involved, whatever. You are the main focus. You are the one that's getting prepared for your future. You are the one that's receiving this guidance, your own guidance, your specially tailored guidance, in order for you to be led to your destiny, what's already meant for you. And as you listen to this guidance, as you allow this balancing, as you accept the present moment, as you be in the present moment and allow this healing, this balancing of your energies, as you allow all of this and just move with the tides, you go with the flow, things flow easier, for you and towards you. You start attracting what's meant for you towards you, including maybe this person, you know. And we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, not having clarity. You're learning to accept that, okay, right now, I'm not clear on the situation. That's okay. I trust that even though I don't know everything right now, which is obviously what's meant to happen, like you're not meant to know everything right now. Otherwise, we would probably just jump to, okay, well, F him or F her. I'm going to just do me. I'm going to just do this and do that, you know. I call that Twitter energy or Twitter chatter, you know, like people talking a bunch of shit that they don't even follow a lot of the time, but they'll say it over and over. I don't get it. I never get it. But anyway, you're learning to listen to your intuition, follow your heart, and balance your mind and your heart. There's balance in everything, you know, and you're learning that too. Balancing the way you feel with, you know, with your, I like to call it divine logic, not really human logic, even though human logic is completely necessary. But sometimes in love or soul connections, like I said, certain things are inexplicable. For example, miracles happening every day. Certain things you just can't explain, and it's not for human logic to understand. It's not for you to use human logic to understand that. That's where faith comes in. Same thing with this connection. It takes a lot of faith to keep going, to choose to keep going on a path where, one, you don't know where it's going to end up. It takes a lot of faith, a lot of courage, and a lot of trust in the divine. And it also takes a lot of strength to tune out the Twitter chatter, you know, the things saying, oh, if he doesn't do this and this and this for you, or if he treats you like this and this and this, you need to just block him. You need to just do this, or you need to just do that, or just block her, or don't talk to her, F her, kick her to the curb. Like, you know, having discernment, balanced discernment, knowing when to tune certain things out, learning that human logic is not always going to work. So you just got to have faith. That's just it. And sometimes that can be scary. It can seem scary. But when you learn to have trust and just be in that fool's energy and fall into the hands of the divine and throw your hands up and say, okay, I let go of the wheel. It's all yours. You know, it becomes easier. You know, it becomes easier as you learn to accept the present moment. What's happening right now? Nothing. And sometimes you just gotta be okay and trust that even though it seems like nothing's happening in front of you, your human eyes can't see any movement happening, especially between you and this person. Trust that things are moving ahead. Things are happening, even though you can't see. It's just not meant for you to see what's happening right now. The same way you had to learn lessons, the same way you have to learn acceptance and all this stuff, you guys are a mirror for each other. You guys either likely have to learn the same lessons but in different ways, or that person has to go through their own lessons and heal from their own pains or own experiences that they've experienced. And some of that stuff they may not have shared with you, or they may have, so you may know. So, you know, with that understanding, you just focus on yourself. And you learn to master your own energy. Once you become more balanced, you become the master of your energy. And you're able to flow better. But we have this this transformation in reverse, and we have, again, the Three of Wands in reverse. The transformation in reverse, I'm going to say the Death card in reverse, in this case, it just means that you may have a bit of doubt. Like I said, you don't know if the situation is moving forward. You may think it's dead, but it's not. It is moving forward. You don't know how it's moving forward, but it is moving forward. Work is being done. Completely necessary work is being done right now. And the situation is not dead. Your faith, the fact that you're allowing these lessons, the fact that you're allowing a healing for yourself, and allowing this person to go through whatever they need to go through and learn, all of this is helping, you know. We have recovery. This is healing. And this is also having the strength. This card is literally about what I just said. Having the strength to, oh, I wiped some of my lip gloss off. Having the strength to go within the self and journey through that darkness to get to the light. That means venturing in areas within yourself that you may have been putting off. I got this energy with the masculine in a few of my past readings. Going within the self and venturing in energy that you've been putting off or ignoring, or, for them it was the going into the feminine energy, into their emotions, and healing areas that they have ignored, and it's gotten to a point where they just can't ignore it anymore. They may have had experiences with you or experiences with other people that have just like, it started to boil to the rim, and it was just like, I can't take this anymore. I have to deal with it. I have to go through this darkness. And that is scary, and it takes a lot of strength to do. But when you do it, it's worth it. It is completely worth it. And as you go through this darkness, you start to feel the fact that it is worth it. You start to feel the growth. And sometimes even when you don't feel anything, even if you don't feel the strength, even if you don't feel, oh yeah, I feel growth, or no, like sometimes you don't feel it. Your faith that it is happening, because it's about knowing. You did the work. You're doing the work. So just use that knowing. Sometimes our vibration is so low that it's like, okay, you know what? I don't feel it. I don't feel anything. Use that knowing. Okay, sit down in your low vibration for a second and ask yourself, have I been doing the work? Really think about it. And you know the answer. It's like, yes, I have. I've been facing my emotions. I've been facing the stuff that I've been putting off. I've been doing this. I've been praying. I've been doing my best to keep my faith up. I've been meditating in my moments of imbalance and confusion, so the fact that you're doing this work, that's all the divine wants. It's like, okay, you're doing the work. Sometimes you're not going to feel that, but eventually you will, number one. And number two, you're going to reap what you've sown. The fruits of your labor are coming. Okay. But yeah, that recovery card is, again, confirmation that you have agreed and you are flowing. You are now in an easier flow of this balancing, of this acceptance, of your transformation, your understanding of the situation, your understanding that you don't have the clarity right now, the clarity that you want right now, or the communication that you want between you and this person right now, but that things are moving forward. Next card we got was soulmate. So I like this card. It's so pretty, honestly. I love it. But this to me was just confirmation. If you were asking yourself, is this person my soulmate? Was whatever I felt in that moment that I came across paths with this person, was it just me? Was I just imagining, this energy? Was I just like, I don't know, being extra? No, you weren't. What you felt was real. What you feel is real. Okay? We have faith. All right? Faith comes up so much. It comes up so much. And that's just how you know how important having faith is. We're human beings, so naturally we're going to go through times of doubt. We're going to have self-doubt. We're going to have doubt in certain situations sometimes, because sometimes divine timing is not like human timing. So sometimes it can seem like it's taking a while because we're looking at earth timing, It's like, all right, tapping our foot, like, all right, when's it coming? You keep telling me it's coming, but when, and it could be anything. When's this job coming? When is this person going to come forward and say something? Your faith is the biggest thing right now. Your faith is what helps you in your low vibration, in your low times. Your faith helps your strength. And your faith just keeps situations in general moving forward along with this. My throat is so dry. The fact that my throat is so dry, I don't get dry throat a whole bunch. So to me, that means there might be a, I just had it and then I lost it. I don't want to just generalize and say issues in communication, because I got a certain thing. I had it, then I lost it. It may come back to me, but anyway, something to do with issues in communication, but like something specific. I had it, but like I said, flowing. You got this card is about understanding and seeing things through the eyes of another person. But in this case, I just get it as, the fact that you are flowing better, with your lessons, and flowing better with your guidance, and flowing better in the situation. You are finally starting to see things with new eyes. Your old perspective is dying, and the perspective you're gaining through these lessons and understanding is allowing you to see pretty much what I'm saying. And then this card, as I was shuffling, I saw this card, and sometimes that happens. It happened with the Justice card when I was shuffling in that deck, and when I see a certain card, I kind of know it's going to end up coming out. But this card in particular, I was like, what? Because, it says gossip, right? And I don't always take my cards at face value. I won't say, okay, someone's gossiping about you. No, sometimes whenever I get a random card like that in the midst of a reading, and it just like stands out to me because it's weird, I'll go and refer to the books that these come with, and I don't read all of these. Every deck comes with a guidance book. I don't read all of them. Only certain ones I'll refer to, because I don't know, certain things like pop out or highlight to me. In this one in particular, what stood out to me was two things. Let me see. I'm trying to read. Give me a second. I'm reading exactly what stood out. I don't want to read the whole thing. Oh, one thing was being receptive. Like I said before, being receptive and open to your guidance, your lessons. Another thing was an ability to follow your heart can appear to others as careless or strange. So that, so basically, it says following your heart, that, and following your guidance that you're receiving from your protectors, your angelic guides, your ancestors, your intuition. Sometimes following your intuition and following the guidance that you're receiving seems weird to other people because you're doing things that's not in the norm. The societal norm. I'll say societal norm. You're not going by the book. I'll say it like that. And for example, I'll say following your passions. Let's say your passion is being a YouTuber, right? And in specific, you may like streaming on you may love streaming your games. You're very passionate about that. I know certain people who are very into that. And it's actually pretty awesome to watch when you start to get it. But like myself, recording these readings, being an artist, a painter, I've been told, like I was told as a kid, like I was really, really into art. I am really into art. I love art, a lot of forms of art, but in particular painting, and drawing. And I was told like, oh, that's something you do on the side. You don't really focus too much on that because you can't make money from it. That's something a lot of us hear a lot of time. You can't make money from this. You can't get a bag from this. You know, that's a hobby. You make that a hobby. You focus on this other thing. Be a realtor or be this and be that. You are going to be called to do exactly what you're meant to do. If being a realtor is something that is calling you, you are being guided to be a realtor, yes, do that. If you are being guided to paint and that is something you are absolutely passionate about, do that. No matter what anybody's saying. And that's what this card is about. I don't know why it says gossip. Because if you were to read the meaning of this card, the little story, because there's this little story. Like these are each characters and there's a little story for each card in this deck. But that's the only thing that kind of has to do with gossip. But very little in this card is about gossip. So that throws me off. But this card is about standing up for your beliefs, owning them, and pursuing them with faith. And, you know, again, when it comes to, especially when it comes to love, on the outside looking in to certain people are like, no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't like keep your faith in this person because X, Y, and Z happen. So, you know, you should just drop that. You know, people on the outside cannot tell you exactly what to do. It's good to listen to constructive criticism, but really when it comes to love, it's a bit harder to do that because only you know everything that is going on between you guys energetically. You may not know everything in the physical, but energetically you know a lot of it, you know. And because no one can see that, it makes it difficult for them to really understand and really get the reason why you've chosen this path, you know, or even the reason why like you guys met. And not even that in particular is completely clear to you, but it's becoming clear little by little. Okay. There was one more thing in this gossip card that stood out to me. Receptivity, for sure. That's a big thing. Being receptive and open to everything coming from this. But also, I swear I saw something here. Well, the keywords are freedom, dance, and honor. That wasn't it, but receptivity, that bugs me because there were two things, but definitely receptivity. So anyway, to confirm the body of this reading, I have some confirmation cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck that I love so much. It looks like this. I already have them pulled out. So first card I got was flexibility. And this card is about going with the flow, bending wherever the wind is pushing you rather than trying to resist. There was something I read with this card that I really, really liked. It said, I saved the page. That's why I was able to open it. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's this one. It says, even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something or how something is going to come together, you know how you want it to be. And those, I call it like you have hopes on high hopes on how you want it to be or how you want it to come about, how you want to manifest either a coming together or even this person just coming forward and saying something. You have hopes on what they might say, right? You still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. That goes along with being receptive, being open to all possibilities, accepting where this situation is, where this connection is right now, what's going on, the fact that you don't have complete clarity as to what's happening or what happened between you guys and why. So it says Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be, yeah, Spirit may have much better plans for you. Be flexible and remind yourself this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. Okay? And that saying, Spirit may have something better, that doesn't mean what you hope for is not coming. That just means it's okay to keep your hopes. It's okay to have a vision in your head, you know. That doesn't mean like, okay, it has to go like this, it has to go like this, and it has to go like this. No, you just have hopes for something. Having hope for something isn't being forceful. It isn't being ungrateful, or, you know, saying, well, if this doesn't happen like this, I'm not accepting it. You know, no, you're not being receptive if you say that. Being open and receptive is, you're, like it said, you're open to all possibilities, including yours. What you hope for is a possibility, but you're accepting the fact that Spirit may have something better that you could not have even imagined. Or, well, you could have imagined it, but you didn't, pretty much. Because, you know, once it happens, it's like, usually we're like, oh my God, I would have never thought. But yeah, so you're just being flexible, being open and receptive to any and all possibilities, but also keeping your hopes and keeping the faith that you have in what you hope for, in this situation, in this connection, okay? Then we have building blocks. This to me just means like it's coming together along with regeneration. And this regeneration confirms the Death card in reverse. But yeah, so everything is coming together exactly how it should. You may not see everything that's happening right now. You may not have complete clarity, but you're in a mode of acceptance and flow. And you're learning everything that you need to learn. Like I said, everything, like, you see this tree is dead, right? But you see the leaves growing on it. It's regenerating. This tree once died. It seemed dead, but it wasn't dead. It's kind of like seasons, you know. It looks like the trees are dead, but once spring and summer come about, the trees bloom new flowers and look sometimes even more beautiful than they did the last year. So don't be afraid that this situation is not moving forward, because I mean, from what I'm seeing, it is. You know, this is just confirmation that it is, and you will feel that. You will know. You will have this feeling of this forward movement. You may not know what's going to happen. You know, you may not know if this person's going to come in and say something or when, but you have a good idea. And that's your intuition telling you. Like I've said before, Spirit's not going to give you the whole picture, you know, or tell you everything that's going to happen. But you trust that things are moving forward with the messages you have received. The next card we got is a message in a bottle. And I believe that is a seagull. Not seagull. Oh my God, sorry. I don't know. It's not crane. I know this bird, but I'm not thinking straight, honestly. But yeah, this bird may be significant for you. You may have seen it in a couple other readings or just in person, whatever. If you live by a beach, these are usually above beaches, but you see, message in a bottle. This could indicate that this person, I definitely see it as a desire that they want to come forward and say something, bring forth a message. You don't know what this message is going to be about, but I just feel like it's going to be a positive message. Again, don't know what they're going to say, you know, and for sure, some of you are going to receive this message for sure. And it could be a text message. It could be in person. And to me, that kind of goes along with this regeneration card for some reason. Like, I'm getting that. So definitely, if communication stopped for you guys suddenly, this message in a bottle just confirms that it'll slowly pick up. It'll slowly be restarted. But go with the flow. Go with the flow. If this person speaks to you and then all of a sudden like doesn't say anything again, don't panic. Don't get angry. Go with the flow and say, okay, they're just not they're going through whatever they're going through, so it's cool. But be receptive, if they want to talk. And if you are being guided to respond or being guided to say something in return, do that. If you're not, and you feel like, okay, I'm not really ready to talk to this person right now, because of something I may be going through, don't force it. Don't force anything, okay? Next card we got was Never Ending Story. And this is just fear that, small fear that you may have gone through. That's where cycles again come in, like I said in the beginning of this reading. You may have gone through a specific cycle that was familiar to you, including with this person and along with people in your past, whether they be romantic or just, family or whoever, but it's a cycle that has faced you before. What's it called? Don't let the cycle keep you in a certain perspective or make you see people or situations in a certain way. By that I just mean cycles are ending. I got that in a past reading, kind of recent one. But your cycle is ending because you are in flow now. You're in better flow now. And just trust that, all right? There are only 3 cards left. I'm going to show them to you guys one by one. Next one we got was Here and Now. Being in the present moment, which I have been drying my throat out about, along with other things, and blessed. This connection is blessed, okay? This is a blessed connection, no matter how challenging it is. Both of you guys are blessed individuals. Both of you guys in each other's life have been very significant. Your presence, your energy in this person's life, their presence and energy in your life, the things that they showed to you without them realizing it, the things that you showed to them as a mirror without you realizing it, the things that you taught them, the things that they taught you without both of you guys realizing it, is so significant. It's the situation, the connection, you guys individually, and within this connection, you guys are blessed. And if the number 22 is significant to you, take that also. I love this card. It's so pretty. But yeah, you blessed. Sorry, I'm just gazing at this card. It's really pretty. Anyway, but yeah, you guys are very blessed, all right? Last card. I've been getting this a lot, right? In different ways. Go the distance. Go the distance. This path that you've chosen, like I said, you got 3 of Wands in reverse twice. That's the uncertainty that you've chosen the right path, or no, it's the uncertainty that you don't know where this path is taking you. You don't know if it's going to end up hither or yonder or whatever, right? But you have trust and faith that it is moving forward. And you are not only balancing your energies, masculine and feminine energies, but the energy between you and this person is also balancing out as you guys learn the necessary lessons you're meant to learn. And continue along this path. Go the distance. I've been getting the 9 of Wands, this card, over and over. And that just indicates perseverance. It's been a tough journey. It's been somewhat confusing because of maybe how things went, either between you guys or just like in general. But having the trust that it's going as it should, and everything will appear to you, everything, including this person possibly, but everything in general, this clarity, it's going to come to you in divine timing at the right time. You just got to keep doing the work you're doing. Keep on this path that you're on. Keep being open and receptive not closing yourself up or building walls because of your fear that, you know, the same thing is just happening again that you've been through before. You know, you're learning these lessons now. Keep learning. Stay open. Stay receptive, okay? I'm going to close out this reading. I love you guys. You have a wonderful night, great day, and a beautiful morning. I do personal readings, so if you have any questions about personal readings, you can send me an email. I'll leave it down below, but it's also on my page, my channel. Yeah, and if you don't already follow me on Instagram, you should go and do that. I post readings there too, daily readings. I'll post my Instagram there too. But anyway, you have a great night, and love you.